I'm Luke Nelson, 6'3" point guard, 95 born. Originally from Worthing. Now I just finished my 2 years at Reading Rockets and now heading out to UC Irvine on a full scholarship. As a player, I'd say I'm a good shooter. You know, from three in mid-range, got a good put-up game. Get to the basket. I can also create from my teammates. Get into the lane, kick out, find the big guys. Good pick and roll player. Make good decisions off of that. Basketball to me is literally my life. I don't know anything else. Since I've been young, I've always played sport, and I started taking basketball serious when I was about 14. And since then, that's been my focus. Because I'd say when I was 16, I was like to myself, you know, I really want to do this. To think of doing anything else is just, I haven't even thought about it. I mean, the reason I've become the player I am is because I've put the work in. You know, when I was here, pretty much every day I've been out in the front garden, and like the net is now literally dead. There's no net on the hoop. I was shooting on it that much. So I'm also going to Reading. I'd be training every day, you know, at Henley College and with the Reading Rockets. So that just the frequency and the intensity of my training has meant that I keep improving. So I'd say the coaches around me. I think I've been lucky enough to have, wherever I've been, I've had good coaches around me. They've helped me improve. But I think the main thing is I know that I've worked hard for it, so I keep improving. I think the biggest moment for me was the junior Final Fours. Playing with the under-16 Worthing Thunder team, where you know, I'd been to 2 Final Fours before that and played terrible. So I came out with the mindset that I'm not letting that happen again. I want to win this game. I want to play well. And I came out and had, I think it was 37 against Manchester. And after that, my confidence grew, and I just kind of felt like you know, I can go somewhere here. I mean, I've always wanted it, but I never know I really believed it until then. That was kind of my turning point. Well, my dad played. He played for the Worthing Bears, which is why I'm in Worthing. Yeah, he played on the BBL team. They won 3 championships in a row. During when I was like my first years of life, so that's the kind of first things I saw. Since then, I've just kind of I watched his games. I always went to clubs and that. I don't know, like he kind of got me into basketball. Yeah, having a dad that used to play basketball I think has really been useful for me, because obviously he understands the game. So he will see something. I can conversate with him. He would say like, "Did you see this here?" I say, "Yeah," things like that. And it's just good to kind of have that conversation away from my coaches or the comfort of my dad. So I can always talk to him. I know I can, and he knows he can always talk to me. So we always talk basketball. We'll sit in, we'll watch NBA, we'll watch EuroLeague, we'll just talk about it. So it's great to have that. Yeah, I can beat my dad one-on-one. I remember the first time I beat my dad one-on-one. We went to a park, and I mean, we were playing for maybe 10 minutes, and he was blown. He was so tired. His backside hurting. I remember I said, you know, "Dad, that's it, you're done. Like, I can beat you now." He still doesn't want to admit it, but I think he knows, he understands. I always used to play in the back garden with him. We had a little plastic hoop. I still love playing on that. But then I first started playing in a local league when I was in year 4. That was for the Angman Cobras, and then I was in that for 4 years. Right, then I went to a year young. I played on the 13th National League for the at the time it was the Brighton Bears West. But after that, next year we changed to Worthing Thunder. Well, I played for Worthing Thunder and the Brighton Bears from when I was under 12s up to when I was under 16s. In that time, I made 3 Final Fours. Maybe you could say 4. I made 1 year. I went with the 16s and with the 18s. That was my last year in Worthing. With the 18s, we won that. With the 16s, became 4th, and then as a year young, under 13s became 2nd, and the year young under 15s became 2nd as well. It was quite nice to get that win at under 18s. Well, firstly, I spoke to JP Campbell, the coach at Henley College. He came and spoke to me. He was like, "We have an academy here. You know, you have a chance to play Division 1 men's." So anyway, I arranged to go to Reading and have a look. And then I can't think what kind of swayed it, because I also looked at Bristol and I looked at Canterbury. But what swayed it for me was the chance to play Division 1 men's. Like, I saw the team. I felt like I could fit in there. Also, the coaching was good. JP is a great coach in terms of skills, and so was the head coach, who was the head coach at Reading, Sam was the head coach. I saw the way they trained. Everyone was training hard, and just kind of felt a right fit for me. In my first year, I kind of struggled. I mean, Sam isn't exactly the calmest of coaches, so I kind of struggled kind of working him out. But then second year, obviously I went to European Championships. I came out with a lot of confidence. As soon as I got there, I was like, you know, I'm ready to be a big part of this team. I was never expecting to be the man or one of the main players, but I expected to do a role. But as the season went on and we had injuries and we had people leave and come in, I was steady. I kept playing well, and the team looked at me at big times in the game. So kind of how it came. It was completely like natural. I mean, at the start it was, I didn't know a few of them, but as the season went on, like you got friendships off the court as well, so it's just easy, you can talk to them. And to be honest, it was never me telling people, it was like I was always conversating, like, what do you think here? But on the court, if I called a play, the players, the guys respected me as a point guard, so they'd listen and then we'd run that play and normally score. To be honest, it was a surprise. I mean, I know I played well. I thought I was in the running, but I never thought I would. But, it was a great honour to be named Player of the Year. It was I don't know, my third Player of the Year. It was just a great honour to be recognised in the country. I mean, the first word is pride. Just putting England on your chest and going out and playing hard. You're representing the country, yourself and your family. I'm just trying to do them proud. But we had 3 great seasons, 3 great European Championships, and I'm just proud to say I've been a part of it. Well, in the under-16s, we kind of went in with like a blank slate. We didn't know what was coming. We just we were all confident in each other. We came out, we won our first game pretty comfortably. We kept winning, and then we got to the semi-final where we played Israel, and that was our biggest test. It was a tough game, back and forth, and we went to overtime, so obviously a lot of nerves. That was probably my biggest game of the tournament, so that kind of gave me a lot of confidence. But we pulled it out in overtime. A lot of clutch plays by a lot of the team, and just the feeling after we beat Israel was just I can't even explain it. I was crying. I was just overexcited. I didn't really know how to react. It's such a great feeling to know we're the first team to get promoted to Division A. That was a great feeling. But the under-18s was very different because obviously we lost in the semi-final. But we also know if we came third, we could still get promotion. But the loss in the semi-final was tough on everyone. We lost by 1 point, so that was kind of a heartbreaker. And it was we just showed great resilience to get back up the next day, come out and perform and beat Finland in the third, fourth game. Well, playing in the NIJT was I think it was a good preparation tournament for us because all the teams there, obviously, as you said, been training all year round. They know they've got great chemistry, whereas we had literally had like a 3-day camp together before the tournament, which is. It's not really anyone's fault, it's just the way the English basketball works, but you could see they're all in tune with each other, like the way they move the ball offensively, they're all very tight-knit. But it was a good experience because obviously that's the European system, like the kind of offenses they run, that kind of prepared us for the championships. So it was a great preparation for us. This summer I went to Latvia and played in Division A under-18 championships. And, it was tough. It was tough for the whole team. The first game with Turkey, who were the eventual winners. We played with them for 3 quarters, and we kind of had a meltdown in the fourth. And I'll take responsibility. I didn't play well that game, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting defensively they're also active, and I wasn't ready for that. But obviously after that we all stepped it up. But yeah, we won our next game. Kind of things were looking up for us. We were confident, and then it was very up and down the championships because there are a lot of great teams. We kind of got unlucky as well. The 2 teams that were in our first pool made the final, and the other 4 teams that were in the second group made the top 4. So maybe on a different year we could have gone top 8, but I think with this is everyone's all the 95's first experience in Division A. So it was a great experience. It was tough, but we put out 9th, so I'm very proud of the guys, and we had a great win over Spain. I think my best game up until now was this year, the European Championships versus Spain. Obviously everyone was a bit nervous because this is Spain we're playing, one of the biggest basketball nations in the world. So I came out. I remember I hit my first shot from 3. And after that I was feeling good, and then I kept scoring. I think I had 18 of our first half, 28 points, which I think that helped loosen everyone up. Second half everyone came to play, and I finished that game with 29 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists. That's a great moment for English basketball, just to say we beat Spain. That's just a great thing. Personally, I think we could have done a bit better. We could have gone top 8, but I'm extremely happy with 9th. It was very up and down. We lost one, we won one, we lost one, we won one, and then for the bottom bracket, the 9th to 16th, we played consistently. We won 3 games in a row, so I'm really happy with the team. I'd say out of 10, I'd give us for the whole tournament maybe a 7. I mean, especially considering how everyone was expecting us to go straight down to Division B. And, we kind of showed everyone we're not we're a good team. We finished 9th. So, well, the DB under-20 just got promotion to Division A, which means next year I'll get to enjoy another Division A experience. No, I'm happy because obviously it's good to see like British and English teams to be in Division A, kind of showing that the country basketball is improving, and get to play again. I kind of get to, hopefully a lot of the guys are now, we've seen Division A, we know what it's about. We can hopefully next year go in and like, play well. Obviously I've worn an England jersey, under 16s and under 18s, and hopefully a GB20s jersey. But to then, obviously the final goal is to represent at men's, because that's what you want. Like the junior stuff is the junior stuff. Whereas, because my dad was someone who never made a junior squad but made the seniors. So I don't want to be the opposite. I'd love to say that I've been through the program and I've ended up in the GB seniors team. After my first year in Reading, I went out to Spain to Caceres for a trial. I played well, and then they made me an offer, but it was quite a short-term deal. I didn't think it was right. I kind of felt what I have here at Reading is good. I can keep improving here. But the main thing was just it was too short-term. It was only a 2-year thing, so I didn't think that was right for me. I feel like I've had a great run here in English basketball. I think not a lot of players have gone through the pathway I've done, which is staying in England until 18 years old. So it can be like there are good coaches in the country. It's just you got to find them. And I think I'd love to give back and like help other people have the same like coaching that I've had, so they can keep improving and enjoying the sport. In about a week's time I'll be heading out to UC Irvine on a full scholarship. That first came about at the Under 16 European Championships. The assistant coach Ali Tom was there. He spoke to my dad. We've just been emailing back and forth for maybe a year, and then they offered me an official visit. So I went out there, had a great time. I looked at the college. College was great. The basketball team was good. Like the system, I think fits me. So I kind of narrowed it down to between UC Irvine and Elon, where I also went on a visit. And I kind of felt UC Irvine was the best fit for me. I think the lifestyle there is going to be something I'm going to enjoy. So I'm just really looking forward to getting out there. Yeah, I mean the coaches understand my national team commitments at UC Irvine, so they've always said, we want you to play in these international competitions, because also it's a great experience for me and it will help my game improve as well. Last year was kind of the most hectic time. I had maybe 5 or 6 colleges. I was emailing back and forth. Some of them I could kind of cancel out quickly, so that kind of put my mind at rest. But I committed early for a reason, and that was so that I didn't have to worry about that anymore. I'm very happy with my commitment. I'm very looking forward to it. But I said to myself, if I commit now, I can focus on the season at hand rather than worrying about what I'm doing next season. The biggest difference from playing in the NCAA to here, I think, is going to be the speed of the game, and obviously the strength of all the players. They're all very strong. They've always been in the weight room from a young age, which I haven't. So that's going to be a big step up. It's going to take some adjustment, but I think I can do it. I'm not saying I'm going to play 30 minutes or anything, but I think I can go in and contribute to the team. All I want to do is win. If that means playing 10 minutes and playing my absolute hardest, I'll do that. I just want to go. I think I can. The way I've been speaking to the coach, it seems like I'm not going to be benched for a year. But saying that no one's guaranteed me minutes, I've got to go out there and I've got to earn them. I've got to work hard in practice. I've got to get stronger and show the coaches that I can play at this level. My main goal is to get stronger. I want to be in the gym. I want to increase my weight. That's one thing they've talked to me about. But in terms of on the court, I just want to, I want to be a big part of the UC Irvine team that goes to the NCAA tournament. That'd be a great honour to be part, because they've never been as a school. I'd love to be part of that. So that's my main goal, to get there. But other than that, I want to play well. I just want to have a good time at college. Work hard, get better, and then hopefully get a pro contract after it. I'd say the biggest individual moment was my game winner against Leicester. They just hit a through to tie the game, and I remember Coach drew up a play in the timeout, but we ran a pick and roll at the top and they switched it, and I had a guy who wasn't quite as tall on me, because I think they tried to put length on me. So I kind of said to myself, I can win a game right here. I said, I'm taking the last shot, whether it goes in or out. If I miss, we go overtime. If I make it, great. So I dribbled out the clock. I remember I attacked right. I still had 5 seconds to go, so pulled it back out. I sized up my guy, took 1 dribble left, pulled up from 3. It's money. To be clutch, I kind of think for me it's kind of in a way you learn from mistakes and big moments. Like when I was young, as I said, in my first 2 Final Fours I played terrible. I didn't play well at all, but then as my confidence grew, my confidence kept going. I kept getting more of those opportunities to do big things in games. As I started going in, confidence grew even more. So now I'm looking for the ball in those big situations. I think the reward of making one is a lot bigger than the downside of missing one. I think I'm going to make it anyway, so I definitely want to take that shot. Well, I'd say the biggest role is my dad. He was my coach here at Worthing from under 12s until I left. He coached me when I was a year for the team, a year above me. So it was always nice having him. It was tough at times. The thing between dad and coach kind of clashed on the court, but then we kind of figured it out, and we had a good run in Worthing. Also, he's always been there, even when I'm in Reading, like just give me little tips here and there. Because obviously he played, and I respect his opinion. And obviously my dad, so I've got to listen to him. So another coach in Worthing is Rob Newsom. He coached me when I was under 13s in my own age group. He's always been, I'd say he's probably the one coach who kind of was there whenever I needed him. Like I could call him up and be like, "Do you want to go work out?" He'd say, "Yeah, come to the park." We'd go shoot. He'd go work me out, work on my shot. He's probably one of the main reasons for my shooting form. So I definitely credit him with a lot. And then at Reading, I'd say JP Campbell, who was my coach at Henley College and the under 18s team. He's got all kind of drills in his pocket, like a lot of pick and roll stuff, a lot of ball handling, point guard drills. So that's kind of helped me become one of the point guard I am, which meant I can play at Division 1. And also the Division 1 coach, Samit, I can't say his surname. Samit was a Division 1 men's coach. He was a point guard. He knows, like, his tactical mind is pretty incredible. There's little things here and there as a point guard, the things you got to look for, like how to run a team, things like that. He's really helped me with. I have to give a shout out to my Reading teammates the last couple of years. Lewis Champion, me and him went out at men's practices all the time. He'd bully me, which was good for my game. So I had to learn to deal with that in practice, which meant I could deal with it in games. Me and him always going back and forth, and also Liam Carpenter, who this year I went out like every day at academy. He's one of the hardest working kids I know, to be honest. I've never seen him slack off about ever. I've never seen him slack off. He worked hard every day. And this year he trained more than I did, because he did everything I did. Plus he did all the under 18s games and all the college games, which I didn't do because I prioritised men's this year. But he's got a great work ethic, and I think he'll do something. Outside of the club, I'd say when I was a bit younger, me and John Spencer, we used to have battles in games. And that kind of helped me. That's another reason my confidence grew as I started, because early on he was better than me. I think as I've improved, we competed a lot better, so I helped my confidence grow. An NBA player I like to watch and learn from is Steph Curry. I think he's a great point guard. Obviously he's in the NBA, scoring well, getting a lot of assists. And I see obviously he's got a very quick release on his shots, similar to mine. I watch him, see the way he gets his shot off. I like to watch that. I like to watch Steve Nash, the way he plays the pick and roll, which is such a great floor general. So those are the main 2 point guards that I watch. The ideal is obviously NBA. That'd be amazing for me. That's the dream. That's the goal. That's at the top. But to play professional anywhere in Europe, it'd just be amazing for me. That's all I want to do, is just play basketball.